Hi guys, how you doing? Hope you're all keeping safe and well during this terrible lockdown that we're all having to endure, and we're going to talk a little bit about that actually right now. I mean, it's a great day outside right now, but the best place for you to be is to stay home, stay safe, protect the medical services and save lives. This is very important. It's an important message. And before I get on to what I was going to talk about, have you been enjoying the conversations that I've been having recently with friends of mine? So I've done 3 so far. First one was with Mohsen Ikram, who's like Pakistan's Jay Leno. That was a fantastic conversation. In fact, they all were. Equally fascinating was India's top motoring journalist Adil Jal Khanwala, who told us about how his career in journalism began with a fight. Kind of. And then I caught up with my old buddy from Motoring Middle East, Imthishan in Dubai, who revealed that Shelby GT500 Mustangs are about half the price new in Dubai right now. If only you could get out there, right? So yeah, so lots of great information. Let me know what you thought of those conversations. Let me know if you want to see some more. I am lining up some more, and if there's anybody in particular that you think that I should talk to, let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't seen them, I'll put the links below, or just go on to my YouTube. In fact, whilst you're here, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. If you're watching this on desktop, I think there's a logo hovering over here. Go over that. You can subscribe, or just scroll up, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell icon for notifications so that you get a notification every time I upload a new video. And of course, subscribe to all of my social media channels: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course browncarguy.com. And you can find everything by just doing hashtag brown car guy. Very easy, you can easily find me. So that's what's been going on. So one of the things that I was talking to Imthishan about yesterday was, of course, the Cannonball Run. And the fact that some people have actually beaten the record, and they've done it by taking advantage of this lockdown situation because there's so little traffic out there. And in fact, here in the UK, they've recorded that in town, traffic is less by well over 70%, and on motorways and outside, intercity roads and A roads and B roads, it's down by as much as nearly 85%. I mean, that is incredible. And I got to be honest, that the car guy in me is, part of me, yearns to get out there and enjoy this opportunity of there being less cars like that. And I got to be honest, like even when we were talking about that, we were struggling with the ethical and moral dilemma of what those guys have done. At the same time, we couldn't help but be a little bit envious of the fact that they were able to go out and do that in this current situation. And it was a kind of like, if you could, you would, but you shouldn't. And the reality is, if I could, I probably wouldn't, because I just don't think it's right. And actually, as a press release that came out yesterday, this is being filmed on, I think today is the 15th of April. Yes, it is. I think it's Wednesday, isn't it? It's Wednesday today. It's about 12:30. And we're seeing I think it was about 780 deaths recorded in the UK yesterday due to corona riots. These are recorded in hospitals, so we're not actually getting the full figure because, of course, they're not adequately counting the deaths at home and care homes and in the community, etc., like that. So the last thing you really want to do when you have that number, I mean, I was watching the news yesterday, and I was watching this story on these coroners who are struggling to get hold of coffins because they can't get any. Manufacturers are running out. That's shocking, really. And so in this situation, in these circumstances, you don't want to add to that. And for example, according to GEM Motoring Assist, there have been 8 deaths and many seriously injured in road collisions recently because of people going out there and basically flouting the speed limits and traffic regulations. GM Road Safety Officer Neil Worth said restrictions on movements in the past few weeks have led to sharp drops in vehicle use, which is good, but police chiefs across the country have been sharing examples of shocking behaviour by drivers who appear to be using the quieter roads as an opportunity to flout the speed limits. Now, speeding increases the risk of collision that could lead to serious injury and even a fatality. And in today's climate, that puts unnecessary extra pressure, obviously, on the medical services, in this case the NHS, and could potentially deprive desperate COVID-19 patients. They're really busy right now, and that right now is just not even a good time to go to a hospital. You just really don't want to do that. It just doesn't seem like a wise thing to do. So just don't put, even for a minor injury, just don't put yourself in that situation. some people there's some examples of some people that kind of almost were stupid enough to put themselves in that situation. 3 drivers on the A14 in Suffolk last week. They were caught at speeds of 102 miles per hour, 103 miles per hour, 109 miles per hour. I'm guessing it's an A road, so it must be a 60 miles per hour limit. A driver was stopped on the A10 in North London doing 60 miles per hour in a 40 limit. You're thinking, that's not a lot. He also thought that was not a lot, because he went out the next day and did even better. He got stopped at 67 miles per hour. We're compounding your stupidity with more stupidity. That's incredible, isn't it? And then there was a Mercedes driver who did 151 miles per hour on the M1. Now, famously, 150 miles an hour plus on the M1 when it was first opened, I think in a Jaguar E-Type, is what gave us speed limits in the first place. It's kind of ironic, actually, that he did that 151 miles per hour. But yeah, don't do that. And an Audi was recorded at 105 miles per hour on a 60 miles per hour stretch. So the limit was 60. He did 105 on the A13 east of London. And when they stopped him, the driver said he didn't realize he was going that fast because the roads were so quiet. Yeah, that's a good excuse. I wonder if that will wash in court. I couldn't tell how fast I was going. There's a little thing in the instrument panel normally gives you, and if you're driving a reasonably new Audi, you get a pretty good readout. So that's a bit of a rubbish excuse anyway. So yeah, so I mean, you're going back to what we were saying, it's just not a good idea. So just, stay home, stay safe, wait till things are back to normal, and then we can go out and enjoy our cars again on a Sunday morning like you normally should do, when it's quieter. On a Friday if you're in some parts of the world. Some interesting stuff. I like this. I mean, a lot of things that we're not able to do. We're not able to go out and enjoy classic cars, classic car events. So nice initiative from Footman James, which are a specialist classic car insurance provider, and what they're doing is they're putting out a weekly newsletter, a light-hearted newsletter, they're calling it Merry Motoring. And in this, what they're doing is they want to highlight heroes in the classic car communities. So many aspects of the classic car scene, or the highly sociable classic car scene, are run by volunteers, from car clubs, car events, to motorsport marshalling, and even charitable fundraising. So they are inviting people to submit nominations to their website for weekly winners, and the weekly winners we get a Lego model of their choice to the value of £150, and plus they'll give £150 to a charity of the winner's choice. So that's pretty good. So the first classic car community champion was crowned. He was Reverend Adam Gompertz, and he was awarded for being a pillar of his local classic car community. So that's kind of a nice thing to do, isn't it? So I mean, I wish they'd done something like that in Dubai years ago when I was doing a lot of car meets and the rest like that. Maybe I could have won something. Anyway, that's by the by. Also, if you're looking for content, check out my latest article, commission article, that's gone up on drivetribe.com, went up yesterday. And that was 15 best Fords ever. Now, quite honestly, Ford being one of the oldest manufacturers around, not the oldest, look it up, let me know in the comments about the older manufacturers than Ford, but certainly one of the earliest mass production, if not the progenitor of mass production cars, with the Model T and etc, etc. If you start to look at their history, it's just staggering how many fantastic, iconic, legendary cars they've come up with over the years. So honestly, I had to limit it to 15, but I could easily have done 50, and I'm being ravaged for it in the comment section. So by all means, I want you to go there and let me have it in the comment sections. Tell me about the cars that I missed and how stupid I am to have missed them. Go for it. I want to hear from you. So go to Drive Tribe. So follow me on DriveTribe as well. Also on DriveTribe, I wrote an article about why McLaren are making, or why McLaren should stop making so many supercars. See if you agree with that. Again, let me know in the comment section. Lots of other stuff there as well, including 11 of the best Lotuses. See if you agree with that. So check that out. Check out my social media, #BrownCarGuy. Make sure you're subscribing to this. Make sure you're sharing it to everybody. One more final request. Go to patreon.com/Shazad Sheikh. I'll put the link below. And there you'll find some, we were talking about the Cannonball Run earlier. There you'll find some very exclusive content that isn't published anywhere else. It's only on there. And it's my kind of parody sequel to the original Cannonball Run movie. It's a lot of fun. Go check it out. Let me know what you think of it. Also, keep giving me your feedback. Great to hear from you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.